Hi everyone, and welcome back to Map Mavin Methods. In this month's edition, we're going to do a really brief video that, instead of going into a particular topic, just gives you a general overview of how to use Map Mavin as a cloud service. And what I mean by that, with that being a pretty generic term, is that on one hand, Map Mavin is certainly useful for making maps and visualizing data, but for some people, and for people on both sides of the spectrum, it's sometimes just helpful to have somewhere to organize your spatial files and be able to quickly preview them and get a sense of which one that might be, especially if you have a lot like I do. So when you come into Map Mavin, you're going to see the My Web Maps tab. That's where you default to. But if you want to use Map Mavin in the way that I'm describing, you're going to really be doing most of your work over here. Pretty much as we've gone over before in other videos, which you can see at our support site, support.mapmavin.com, you'll upload a layer. And I'm not going to go through the whole process right now, but essentially you could type in a layer name, upload either a TIFF, KML, or shapefile, and then you can create a folder to put it in or put it in an existing folder. Once you've done that, it'll show up here, and you'll see that some of these are these little paper icons standalone files, whereas others are entirely independent, are complete folders. And in either case, you can either download the individual file or the whole folder. And why that matters is if you, for example, wanted to share an account with some other people in your company, you could just share that password and they can go online, log in, and download files that you may have uploaded in, say, London, and you're in New York City, and you're able to quickly get to that same database. If that's not something you either are looking to do or are willing to do due to privacy, then you can put together a map using just that single layer. This is kind of a hack around that, and simply use the share button to share that that map with that one layer attached to it, and anyone that you share with should be able to access that file. You could make it a read-only scenario where they could just see it, or you could actually give them the privileges to then download that layer themselves. But really the key here is to realize that you don't have to take all of your layers and put them into a map like over here and get really complicated with everything. If you just have a bunch of shape files, for example, that you just want to store online instead of having them on a central computer, Map Mavin's perfect for that. And again, as I mentioned earlier in this video, if you're thinking, gosh, I can't remember where that one particular layer is in all of my stuff, and I'm trying to remember where that bike routes layer is, but you can click the little preview button here and it will show up, and you can actually navigate that layer on the side without having to go into a full map. And you can do the same with all of these, so you can very quickly scroll through, and if you can't remember maybe the name and you think you found it, you can just click the little icon and you're all set to go. Lastly, you can easily move items between folders or a folder within a folder, and etc. And of course, download. So I want the New York bike routes to be on this computer, and I maybe upload it on a different computer. Click the download button, and it will start right away. So that's just a quick overview. I know we've talked about some of these concepts in the past, but I wanted to just do a quick, comprehensive video of the basics of using it as sort of a Dropbox for maps, as opposed to my normal videos, which tend to delve into how to actually make the maps. So there you go. Thanks, and I look forward to talking to you soon.